Hey, today we're going to be going into the little, I believe it's Jungle Cup. So my team has been doing pretty good. It's Vigoroth, Ducklet, and Pikachu with Surf, which a lot of people didn't really realize Pikachu could get Surf, so it really surprised some people. Starting things off with Vigoroth and Swinub, perfect match for me. I'm assuming the opponent is going to switch very, very soon. And they do, to a Pikachu. I saw a lot of people with this exact Pikachu with Flying Press. So many people have this. So I'm going to body slam before I decide to head out. They block. I go into my own Pikachu. As you can see, I do have Surf and Wild Charge. I am going to, I believe, block this move, which is Thunder Punch. And I'm going to hit them with something they probably didn't think I had, which is a good old Surf. So I was able to get the Surf before they got to another charge move, and they are going to let it go, and that takes it out. They're probably going to come back with that Swinub. Let's see here. I'm tapping like crazy. I'm like, who are you going to go into? They probably didn't realize I was going to have some Surf. So they come back with Swinub, and I am able to get a Surf in before they get to an Icy Wind or a Body Slam, which is great. And they have to block or they'll die. They'll die. So they do block. And now I'm going to let it go because Ducklet with a Brave Bird and a Shield does very well in Little Cup. It's almost not fair to have a Ducklet. So I'm going to let the timer go down before I get to a Vigoroth against the Swinub. And I'm sure they're going to switch. And they switch to a Scorpio, which a lot of people have in this cup. So this is basically a good game. There's not a charge move, Sludge, Cross Poison that can take me out in one shot. So they Sludge Bomb me. And I'm just going to Brave Bird this. Because Brave Bird kills pretty much almost all of the Little Cup Pokemon. If it doesn't kill, it does a lot of damage. So Scorpio, boom, get out of there. Back to Swinub, and I'm trying so hard to get to a Bubble Beam, and I get to it. I think their win con would have been to farm me down and get 2 Body Slams, or maybe 3, and get rid of Vigoroth. But I am able to get a Bubble Beam in, and they have a move ready, so I'm not going to block the first move, which is going to be an Icy Wind. And I'm going to block this one. I believe this is going to be a Body Slam since they just Icy Wind me. Yep, it's a Body Slam, and I'm just going to... I could have farmed down, but just in case they had another Body Slam, I'm going to get my Body Slam in. So that's going to be a good game to that opponent. So that is game 1. And yes, this is the team that got me to Veteran. So I was very excited to get to Veteran for the very first time since playing Pokemon Go a year plus ago. Next up, we have Vigoroth versus Vigoroth. One of my least favorite matches is Vigoroth versus Vigoroth. It's very quick, a lot of pain, and I never win charge move priority against another Vigoroth. So I am going to block the charge move, either Brick Break or Body Slam, and it is going to be Brick Break. And I'm going to hit my move, which is a Body Slam. I only have one move on Vigoroth. Body Slam does a lot of damage to whoever, so it's fine. They block, and now we're just going to farm each other down. That's, basically what happens. Yep, here we go. And now we're both dead. Okay, so not a fan of Vigoroth move matchup, but my least favorite matchup ever in Little Cup is a Ducklet versus Ducklet matchup. Because is it a Brave Bird? Is it a Bubble Beam? There's a lot of baiting. There's a lot of going straight for it. I always go straight for it. Not everyone does this. So I do hit my Brave Bird first. I think this is charge move priority. They block it. And now I have to figure out, is this a Brave Bird or is this a Bubble Beam? I think it's a Brave Bird. I block. It's a freaking Bubble Beam. So now I know, well, it's over. I'm going to have to figure something out. So I Bubble Beam just because I know they're going to get to a Brave Bird before me. So I do Bubble Beam just to lower the attack a little bit. And here is the brave bird that's going to take my little ducklet away from me. Boom. I do have a Pikachu, so let's see if we can still win this match. They have an Altaria. Shout out to everyone who has an Altaria under 500. What the heck? How are you getting it? So, 1500 Altaria, I don't think would die to Wild Charge. A 500 attack HP Altaria does. So all I have to do now is get to the Wild Charge, and boom. Good game to my opponent. This Wild Charge is going to take out the Ducklet. That was definitely a close match. I'm always worried when I see Altaria or Dragonite, but this was a good game. Go Pikachu. Pikachu in this cup with Surf and Wild Charge did amazing. So next game here, again, I always start off with Vigoroth with one move, Body Slam. So we have Vigoroth versus Ducklet. And what I like to do with the Vigoroth versus Ducklet is I just Body Slam because I usually win charge move priority. And if it's a Brave Bird, it's a Brave Bird that hit me. If it's a bubble beam, that's fantastic. So I just let it hit me. So I'm going with a Body Slam before they get to their move first. And they block, which is great because, again, Ducklet with 2 shields or more than the other person's shield does well. So I'm not going to block. If it's a Brave Bird, it hits me, and it is. Fine, we'll deal with it. I go into Pikachu, and they have a Swinub. And they probably don't know that I have a Surf. Not many people know that this Pikachu has Surf. But do they know? Do they block? All right, so this person knows that Pikachu has a Surf. But I do have 2 shields, so I am able to block. Hopefully, this is not an Icy Wind, which lowers my attack. But no, I have that type of luck. It is an Icy Wind. But I am able to get to this Surf. And because of the Icy Wind dropping my attack, this will not get rid of the Swinub. So I am going to go straight to my Ducklet to try to get a few moves. I'm not going to block either a Body Slam or Icy Wind. Still won't block. It is a Rock Slide. Didn't know Swinub had Rock Slide. So that was a new revelation that I got to see. And so their next Pokemon, whatever it is going to get Brave Bird. And it is their Ducklet. So I'm going to Brave Bird, get rid of the Ducklet. I am hoping for a Skarmory, something that can die quickly to Pikachu. Let's see. Last Pokemon is a Wooper. So yeah, this is a good game. Wooper destroys Pikachu. Unfortunately, I don't have the movesets to beat Wooper. If I had 2 Surfs, sure. But I'm only going to be able to get to 1 because Wooper gets their moves so darn quickly. So good game to my opponent. Definitely could have played it differently, but hey, we win some, you lose some. That's okay. Good game. Or Pokemon likes to say, good effort. Next matchup, again, I have my Vigoroth first, leading with 1 move Body Slam versus a Ducklet. This one's a Shadow Ducklet, which I saw quite a bit in this league. So same thing. I will Body Slam. If they Brave Bird me, fine. I am not shielding. I do not shield versus Ducklet in a Vigoroth matchup. So I hit them with the Body Slam first. They block. So I'm like, all right, let's continue. They're getting some energy. This is enough for a Brave Bird. But again, if a Brave Bird, fine, get me. I don't care. It is a Bubble Beam. Perfect. So now I'm going to stay and hit them with the Body Slam. And they're going to have to Bubble Beam me or Brave Bird to get rid of this Vigoroth. They cannot farm me down. Let's hit them with a Body Slam. They are going to Bubble Beam me. I am not going to block. Bubble Beam hits Vigoroth. And I go into Pikachu right away to get some energy. And they're not switching. So I'm like, why aren't you switching? And they go into a Stunfisk. And they probably think this Pikachu only has Thunder moves. Oh, no. It has a Surf. So Pikachu, I hit them with the Surf. And that does so much damage. And because I have another Surf ready, I am able to hit them with another Surf. So they're either going to block or this gets rid of their Stunfisk. A little bit of a weird glitch there, but that just means that they They did block. I am going to let this go because Ducklet with 2 shields can take care of anything in this league, hopefully. That's what I'm praying for. So I'm going to bring in a Ducklet and just farm down the Stunkfist. Whatever move they hits me with, I have 2 shields. I will be using 1. So I shield the upcoming Rock Slide and just going to farm down. Next up, coming up against my Ducklet is their own Ducklet. I'm just going to farm down. And I'm like, was that enough for a Brave Bird? No, right? Because they just bubble beamed Vigoroth. So I'm not going to block, hoping it's on a Brave Bird. Thank the Lord it is just a bubble beam. So whatever's coming in will be getting Brave Bird. And it is their own Vigoroth. So I have almost 2 Brave Birds ready if they, for some reason, survive this one. But not a lot of things survives a Brave Bird in this league. So that is going to be a good game. Next up here against my Vigoroth is one of my least favorite matchups. Vigoroth versus Vigoroth. They have a shiny one, so they have an advantage. So we're just going to be doing this. And every time I lose Charge My Priority against another Vigoroth. So I am going to shield. Sometimes I have let this go, but I decided this time to just shield the Body Slam and hit them with my own Body Slam. Most of the time they do shield back and they are choosing to shield. So I'm hitting them, and they decide to switch into Cottony. And I thought I could get to another Body Slam, but I could not. So that was great play on them, not great on mine. So I'm trying to farm as much energy as I can before they get to a Seed Bomb, because I do not want to give up my last shield right now because Vigoroth is 2 moves away from a Body Slam. So I Brave Bird Cottony, switching immediately to my Pikachu. They have an Altaria. I saw Altaria quite a bit. So I'm trying to get as much energy as I can. Trying to aim for 2 wild charges. Only could get to 1. Hopefully they don't block, but no, they do decide to block. So now I'm like, okay, can I get to a Surf? Nope, you wish. Can't get to that either. Okay, so we're going to have to Brave Bird Altaria, but have another Brave Bird ready for their other Pokemon. So Sky Attack is in, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to get more energy though for Vigoroth, and Sky Attack is already coming in. So that is going to be a good game. If I Brave Bird, I thought Vigoroth was going to farm me down, so I thought I had to get 2 Brave Birds ready. Couldn't get to it, but hey, good game. You win some, you lose some. Good effort, as Pokemon Go say. So hey, 3 out of 5 wins is not too bad. Still, as 3 is all you really need to advance. And I got to Veteran using this team. So I moved up so many points using this team for the Little Jungle Cup. I moved up like 300 points. So that is amazing. 300 ratings to get to where I am now.